Hi.
Hi.
Hi. So I just want to apologize. I've not been in the clinic much in the past few weeks, and so that is why. And actually, you did speak to a manager, but she had just gotten the job. She actually didn't remember that she was a manager, oddly enough. So
So I would like to actually send the photocopied information that I have that no one was willing to see the first time. Like, I even brought in my dog's poop sample on July 3rd. And the poop that did stay in his body right up until surgery, the first technician on July 3rd had actually made
you've already lost me because I don't know the case enough.
Yeah. I felt bad for my dog because all communication broke down the night that I rolled on a single maggot, and I didn't say you guys had a huge infestation or anything at all. There was...
That you what on a maggot?
The visiting room had literally just been mopped, and I had rolled on a single maggot, and she goes, well, how do you even know what a maggot looks like? And I'm like, honestly, I thought it was maybe some of the rice, because I was force feeding my dog previously to the 17th, so I thought maybe it was some rice that didn't get peeled. Either way, I knew what a maggot was, and my concern at the time was that it came from my dog and maybe I missed it. So right away I'm looking at my dog's nose, eyes, ass, everything, and then I said, well, maybe you guys should actually look into it being from the mop, because they took it in the napkin that I rolled it onto and said that they would look into it. And I wasn't trying to cause no trouble or anything. I was at first fearful for my dog, and then what if maybe it was a maggot infestation on a dog that was in that room previously that might have been missed. The night that I came in to feed him, so I believe that would have been the 18th.
So my brain's all over the place.
Yep.
So just because I mean, there's lots to read.
Yeah, actually...
You could just give me the opportunity to read everything, but I just wanted to call say, I've got it.
Yep.
Okay? But I am going out of town again, so I'm going to call you midweek.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Once I get back into town and get resettled, you know how it goes when you come back into town, you kind of got to get yourself sorted again.
Yeah, the other thing I did want to state, though, is what I don't understand is how the nurse had actually stated that my dog has had full or solidified poop since July 3rd, because everything stopped in his stomach, ma'am, and when I gave the balloon description, it was about the amount of time it takes from liquid to go from his stomach out, and it went from a 6-hour period to a 12-hour period, and there's no way, they even proved medically my dog couldn't have had a shit between the 3rd and then. He had diarrhea and constipation at the same time on July 3rd. And one of the nurses, Lisa, had actually stated that I claimed that my dog had more solid poops in between that time, and he couldn't. Basically died from being starved to death.
Well, I'm going to have to read everything.
Yep.
That's the only way for me to see.
Yep.
And then just so you know, I mean, I am an objective view, but I'm also a medical view. So whatever I tell you is based on years of experience. So the reason I state that is because sometimes, and I mean, I do this too, right? When you think about any place you've complained ever, a restaurant, a hotel, who knows? There's always 3 sides to every story, right? The truth, and then the 2 people involved. So my job is to be completely objective, read everything with an objective eye, and then put in the medical expertise to go, okay, what actually makes sense, okay? So that's where I'm coming from.
Yep.
So when I review everything, that's what I will do. So,
if you could just understand, too, that he was in a car accident on May 24th, and I never once slided from that date. On May 24th, and I never once slided from that date. They had wrote down that he was in it 3 years ago, and there's no reason for him to have that affected it. And that's what once the first note nurse wrote that, it all compiled down from there, that if they're believing that this happened 3 years ago and there's all these different whatever they said, then that's understandable how he could have been misdiagnosed. But it's not fair to my dog that, he's...
Yeah, I mean, everything that you've said right now, even medically, I'm very confused because we're talking about poo, we're talking about maggots, we're talking about a car accident. So I have to read everything, but I will call you back, let's say mid to late week, but I'll try for Wednesday, okay? That's going to be my goal.
Yep.
And then what's your schedule like on Wednesday?